Hello students, welcome to Sairam Classes English 1 to 3. I am your teacher Ritu. Today we are going to start a new chapter of class 8 and that is basically a poem, The Schoolboy, written by William Blake. Before starting the poem, I'll give you some hard words and their meanings from the poem. So let's start. First word is summer. Actually, it is a season. It is one of the four seasons in USA and Western world. Typically, the second starting from June 22 to September 23. It is the longest and hottest time of the year. Morn. Morn is used for the morning in the poem. Huntsman, a hunter. Winds, to blow air through a wind instrument or horn to make a sound. Skylark, a small brown passerine bird that sings while it flies high into the air. Cruel, harsh, it means heartless, not nice. Outworn, outworn, worn out and no longer usable. Next word is sigh, a deep and prolonged audible respiration of air when fatigued, frustrated, grieved, or relieved. The act of sighing. Dismay. Dismay means discourage. Droop, to sink or hang downward. To sag. You can also say it sag. To lose all enthusiasm or happiness. Anxious, being in painful suspense, especially when something unpleasant is about to happen. Delight, joy, or pleasure. Bower. Next word is bower. This pronunciation is bower. A woman's bedroom or private apartment, especially in the medieval castle. Dreary. It means grievous or cheerless. Tender, soft and easy. Bud, a new formed leaf or flower that has not unfolded. Nip, to remove by pinching, biting or cutting with two meeting edges of anything, or you can say to clip. Blossom, of a flower, to start producing fruits. Strip, to remove or take away. Mellow, soft or tender by reason of ripeness, having tender pulp. A mallow apple. So these are the hard words of your poem, The School Boy. You now have to write these words in your notebook and learn them also. So now, before starting the poem or before explanation of the poem, I'll give you summary of the poem by which you will have some idea of the poem. Introduction. In this poem, a schoolboy speaks. He is an unhappy child. His childhood is crushed in the name of learning and teaching. It means it is a in this poem you will read a story of a schoolboy who never wants to go to school, and he is very unhappy because his father, his mother, or you can say his parents want to send him to school to learn and write. So somewhere he is thinking that he is not able to enjoy his childhood due to that restrictions or due to that pressure of going to school. Happy morning. The boy likes the morning. He is pleased to see the trees and the birds. He gets very pleased. He gets very happy to see the trees and the bird. Instead of going to school, he wants to see the birds and enjoy the nature. He wants to roam in the forest. The distant sound of the huntsman's horn is pleasant. Distant means very far. So from a far area, he is listening the sound of the horn of huntsman, and it is looking very pleasant to him. It is getting he is getting attracted by this sound. He wants to sing with the skylark. In brief, the nature seems to offer a sweet company. It means we can say that he wants to enjoy the company of the nature instead of going to school. Going to school is like a burden to him. Unhappy morning. However, his morning hours pass unhappily. He lives a worrisome life in the school. It means he is getting very bored in the school. He leads the life of the school in a bored way. He thinks that these things in the school are not interesting, so he doesn't want to go to school, and somewhere he feel restrictions and boredom in the school. Neither the books nor the teacher's lecture interest him, and he is not taking interest. He doesn't have any interest in teacher's lecture or in the book. He is saying that he is not interested in anything in the school. Next heading is childhood. The pleasure of childhood is in being free. Now, from the point of view from that child, he wants that the pleasure of childhood, the enjoyment of childhood is in being free. According to the boy, there should be no restriction in the childhood, or and the children should be free to enjoy the childhood and happy like a bird. Then they can be happy like a bird. But a child is put in the school just as a bird is put in the cage. And here he is comparing himself or a child to the bird. He is comparing that as a bird is not free in the cage, or as the bird feel in the cage, same he feels in the school. He feels that because the teacher get restricted to him, and he is not able to free to leave the class, he has to listen to the lecture which he doesn't want to listen, or he is not free to do anything what he want to do. So somewhere he is feeling that he is like a cage. As the birds are in the cage, he is also in the cage. So the child is as unhappy as a caged bird. So he is saying that I am very unhappy. I am feeling now now that I have a lot of restrictions. I have a lot of pressure in the school. I got tired of all this fatigue life, and so I am feeling like a caged bird. As it is not happy in the cage, so I am also not happy in the school. Now, the poet is trying to tell us that parents should understand their fault. They should understand that what they are doing with their children, it is not correct in many ways. It is wrong somehow, because depriving the child of joy and freedom means depriving the world of its spring. It means if we're controlling the joy and freedom of the children, it means we are controlling or we are not giving them the word of its spring. It is like nipping the birds and flowers from the plants. The world is a sorrowful place without happy childhood. The poet is trying to make us understand, if your children will not be happy, then this world will be a sorrowful place. On this earth, nobody would be happy. If the children are not happy, so nobody would be happy there. And if they are leading a unhappy childhood means the all the world will be in sorrow. The summer of joy. In the absence of a happy childhood, we shall have winter of sorrow. The poet is now telling us that in the absence of happy childhood, if their are not happy in their childhood, so in the absence of that happiness, we shall have winter of sorrow. The summer of joy will never be there, and we shall have only winter of sorrow. Sorrow means unhappiness, sadness. We will have winter of unhappiness, winter of sorrowness, or winter of sadness. And the summer of joy will never be there on this earth. Now we will discuss the theme of the poem. The main theme is the sorrow that the boy feels having to go to school. The main theme of the sorrow is that the boy is feeling a lot of sorrow to go to school when he wants to enjoy the summer. He has the obligation to go to a close space. He doesn't want to go to that close space. He want to enjoy the freeness. He want to enjoy the nature, forest, and he want to be free. He wants that nobody would restrict me, nobody would control me, and that's why he doesn't want to a close space like a school where there is a lot of restrictions on him. But he wants to go outside. As I've told you, outside means nature, forest. Another theme is nature, the freedom that it represents for the boy and the operation of the class. Now, I hope that you have understood the summary of the poem, and you will be now ready to do the explanation of the poem in next class. So till then, stay home, stay safe. And if you like the video, then please like and subscribe the channel.